Hi, it's Queens Talking Reality. We're back. So I'm Farron. This is
Elisa.
yes. So today we're gonna recap Housewives of Potomac. They are on a girls' trip. So let's begin. So in the beginning, they showed them all on different sprinters. So discussing different topics. So we had Angel, Tia, and Kay in one sprinter, talking about what Monique had said about Angel's marriage, which Jazzy told Angel about. I mean,
Hmm.
I'll be mad too. Like, don't be talking about my marriage. You know nothing about my marriage. And I think Monique is doing too much.
You think so?
She's doing too much talking about it. I feel like, again, we don't know. I feel like she's saying, oh, she reminds me a lot of myself. I also think Angel's hiding something. I don't believe her marriage is as perfect as she makes it seem because no marriage is perfect. And in the confessional, when she was like, "Oh, Bobby, he does all this stuff. He pampers me. This is a woman." I think she said that basically she's happy and she's looking like. And you see how the camera just stayed on her after she made that statement. That look on her face was
Yeah.
like, I was like, she's lying. She's lying. So
Hmm.
I think Monique did see certain things. Hi, Joanne. I think Monique may have seen certain similarities, but I think jumping to conclusion like, oh, her husband's maybe like her husband. I think she's jumping to conclusions unless she's been around them that we don't know about,
I
other
think
than
I
what
think
we've
she's
seen.
jumping. Yeah, I do think she's jumping to conclusions, but to me, I feel like if that's what's on her mind and she's in the sprinter with them, I think I would bring that up for some type of engagement, especially if I'm on the Housewives show and I'm on a reality show and I'm trying to substantiate myself and my existence there. I would bring it up. I think that's right on for Monique to do. Substantiate your existence on the Housewives, get that paycheck. Hopefully it keeps coming, and say what's on your mind, and then get the reactions, and then wait till whatever comes later, and then it's great. It's great TV for us. I think Monique did good.
Maybe because I don't
And
like
not
Monique.
only that, if she sees the signs, if she really sees signs of a marriage that reflects her marriage that broke up, and it's a lot of red flags that she's seeing, that's how she feels. Like, I would talk about it. You on a reality show. This is the real deal.
I agree. I think it's because I also don't like Monique. I feel like she said it, but it keeps going on. Like, are you going to mention it to Angel? Or are you just going to talk about it behind her back? Like, what are you going to plan? What are you planning on doing with the information you think you have? I think that's where I was. And then again, we'll talk later on when she did mention it to Angel. But I think it was like more chitter chatter behind her back. Like, if you feel that way, why don't you have a conversation with her? And again, to me, it would have been none of my business. But again, like you said, you want to solidify a position. This is something to kind of like add on to what they're already gossiping about Angel. It's
Yeah.
just something added on to it. Like, oh, they gossip about her being evicted, everything else. Now they're questioning her marriage. So it's just something else added on to them questioning anything about Angel. So again, in the next
Yeah.
sprinter with Jazzy and Stacy, I mean, no conversation talking about getting chicken,
And
nothing.
did you see the part? Wait, when they said, "Oh," when they edited to say, not edited, Giselle said, or whoever said in the Giselle sprinter, she was like,
Yeah.
"Oh, I wonder what the ladies are talking about in the other sprinter." And then they pan to that sprinter, and Stacey's like, "Oh, I think I want to get a chicken coop so I can make some chickens." And they were talking about absolutely nothing. It was a snooze fest in that sprinter with Stacey and them.
Yeah, I think Giselle was the one who said it, and I mean, Stacey's snooze fest to me. I mean, to me, she's not entertaining. And then we had in the other sprinter all the other remaining ladies like Giselle, Ashley, Wendy, and Monique. And again, the conversation was about Angel. It seems like the whole ride there was they were talking about Angel, the accommodation. I mean, obviously Giselle clearly doesn't like her. They brought up her marriage again. It was all about Angel in that sprinter.
Well, it
Which
should have
you
been
thought.
because it is Angel's trip. And to me, if I don't have water in the Airbnb that you organized, I would be pissed off. And especially if you did not rectify it, and you didn't check on me, that is something very much I would be speaking about in this sprinter. But I wouldn't go as hard as Giselle went, but I would probably need to speak about it, and then I would get over it. But I would be in that sprinter talking it to death in the sprinter, and then I would get over it, but I would be speaking about it.
Agreed. All right. So speaking about that, so now they're all going on this private jet that Angel got them. And, she comes in, they all come in and basically attack Angel while she's trying to apologize for what happened. So one thing I have to say that I did like the fact that she took accountability.
Yes,
She
immediately. That's the key.
Yeah,
Immediately.
accountability. She apologized. She mentioned, she did not reach out to them, that she should have done that. So she took accountability of what she did wrong. She apologized numerous times about it. Giselle went in. Okay, so Giselle basically in this scene to me was a mean girl. I would have been pissed off too, but the fact that she doesn't like Angel made her more upset, more of like adding on to it. Like if I like a person and something like this happened, I probably like said a couple of things and then got over it. But if I don't like you, I would have been going at you more on it. So I think that's what Giselle was. The fact that she doesn't like Angel for whatever reason, this was an opportunity. I think Giselle went on this trip hoping it was a disaster. She went in there hoping, because Angel thinks she's all that. Angel has the husband, she got the money, she got the house, she got the children. I'm hoping it's that disaster. Giselle came in this trip looking for everything to go wrong, and this was an opportunity that she had where she could really go at Angel, and then the group would be on Giselle's side because they always go through the same thing. I would have been highly upset. I mean, you need a bathroom to take off your makeup. You need a bathroom to take a shower. You need a bathroom when you need to. When they said they couldn't flush, I'm like, all these women in one room and you can't flush shit.
Yeah, exactly.
So I would have been highly upset. But the thing is what I don't understand. If they're saying Angel didn't call them, none of them thought, let me pick up the phone, call Angel and be like, yo, this is not working. What's going on? She didn't call you.
I think Jazzy, it seemed like Jazzy did. It seemed like Jazzy did mention that. Didn't Jazzy text her and say, the ladies are mad or something like that? She did give her a heads up, like that something's going on, that there's no water in the house. And, that's why they're mad. So she did get the heads up. But like you said, I don't see why no one did text her or one person out of the group. There's usually one, head, not the head of the group, but somebody that's in constant contact with the host. So like if I'm at an Airbnb, I'm usually the one that organizes it because I'm such a great organizer. So I'm usually the one that organizes like my trips that I'm on. So usually I'm the one that's in contact with the host. Or even if it's my friend that I'm speaking to that might be a mutual friend of all of ours. It's always that's so-and-so on the phone. Oh, okay, tell her I said hi. And then you just, connecting with that one person for the whole group. So I don't see why when Jazzy spoke to her, Jazzy seems to be the one that's connected with Angel, who is the host of the trip. So why wasn't that connection, like what happened with the connection and Jazzy telling the girls like, she's on it or something like that? So I do think it was some type of breakdown in communication, and I would blame Jazzy too, because Jazzy was the one that was in contact with her. That's how she was getting the water fixed. That's how she had someone go over there and check on the water, because Jazzy let it be known that they don't have water. So I don't understand why Jazzy wasn't communicating either to the ladies, saying that Angel's about to fix the water. Calm down. Like I would have calmed the ladies down. If I'm in the house with them, especially, I don't like a lot of complaining around me if I'm on a trip. Like, we don't got no water. Let's have a drink. Let's do something in the meantime while they fixing the water in the back. I'm not going to sit there and wallow, complain. Everybody, like, let's get together. Let's wait for them to fix the water. She says she's fixing the water. Let's move on and let's hope this trip. Like, I would never let these ladies wallow in the misery. Like, it just seemed like, what was Jazzy doing?
Obviously, she wasn't doing anything because they had communication. The thing that I got me a little confused to, I feel if I'm going on a trip and there's a host, first thing you do is create a group chat, which I'm assuming they have a group chat just because. No communication in the group chat. The Angel's not communicating in the group chat. No one is communicating in the group chat. And I also would have felt type of way, even if you're in a group trip, I would not want you just communicate with one person because that's your friend, because I don't know if they relaying the information correctly in the first place. So I think a lot of the information that was going back and forth, why was nothing said in the group chat? Like I might, like, let's say I'm just, I don't want to talk to Angel, I don't like her, but I'm damn sure put in a group chat, like, girl, you better fix this quick. Like, I don't like the fact that, oh yeah, I was communicating with Jazzy. It's just one person. So I
That's
just feel
true.
she did fail in that part where you're not communicating with the group, because it's the group who's going through this, not just Jassy. Oh, we don't know, Jassy might be fine with not having water. Like, hello, like some people be like, oh, I don't have water already, wash my armpits, I don't know. So I would want to have communication with the group, meaning a group chat. That's where I think Angel felt.
Yeah, that's true too, but that wasn't what happened. Like, but
exactly,
they should, whatever the reason was, they didn't have a group chat. But Jazzy was the connect. She was the connection between Angel that was at another house and then the ladies that was at one house with no water. So to me, it's like the circumstance just happened to be that Jazzy was the connection between the two. So I don't understand why wasn't messages relayed. So I mean, getting back to like her being on the plane, like you were saying, they just started going in on Angel.
They started going in. Angel mentioned a jet. Giselle said, "I don't give a damn about the jet. I would rather have running water." Was Giselle wrong? No, she wasn't wrong. I mean, not having water, you were out all day, you want to wash your privates. I would be pissed too. I don't care. I would be pissed. But again, Giselle went as hard as she did with Angel because she doesn't like Angel. I think if she was on a trip like that and that happened with Ashley, I don't think Giselle would have responded the way she did. It's kind of like, I don't like her. Now I have no water. I'm going to go in on her. And I have the whole group behind my back, or at least majority of the people behind my back. So because Giselle felt at this time, I feel empowered, or the HBCI, whatever the hell, bitch in charge, she felt at that time she could go at Angel and no one's going to come in and stop her because they all felt the same way. I was just surprised a little bit with Stacey, though. I was like,
why?
She was like right there with Giselle going at Angel. I was just kind of like surprised at Stacey a little bit. I mean, I could see why she was upset, but I was just kind of like surprised that she was going. I just was surprised that she was kind of like another Giselle in this situation.
Yeah, jumping on a bandwagon.
Yeah, other than Giselle, I feel Stacey was the next in line to go at Angel. Wendy did mention certain things like, oh, you could have gotten an Uber, you could have done this, but I don't think she went at Angel as hard as Giselle did, and I feel like the next in line was Stacey.
I do think so, and that's like, I mean, I remember like when I was in college and we had like experiments. We watched experiments like that where like you're in a group setting and then one person gets picked on, and even if you could be the nicest person ever within that group, and if you see somebody getting picked on, a lot of times people will follow suit and pick on that person too, especially if it's a weak person. Like it's been known like for people to pile on and kind of join. It's kind of like, it's called group thinking. Like they'll all of a sudden they'll like, feel the same way as the aggressive person, and they'll start doing the same thing, even if it's the sweetest person in the world. And I think that was what was happening because of Angel being so weak and not speaking up for herself. Like this is why this is happening, because no one's giving Giselle not feedback, but no one is leveling up to her and letting her know what time it is. So because Angel is so like submissive and just like quiet, and then she has delayed reactions about everything. She never reacts in the moment. She does react, and it's always a victim type of reaction. Woe is me, I'm a victim, instead of going hard. Huh?
Yeah. Or cries.
Yeah, she's crying, she's doing stuff. To me, yeah, I might, if I shed a tear, watch out, because them tears is gonna be turned into anger. You can't be crying in the corner and pouting and stuff like that, because that's when a bully will get into bully mode. And this is the classic like bullying, and a bully taking advantage of the weaker person. And then like again, like we talked about last week, especially you got your best friend there who's not saying anything either. Like, I don't understand. Like, what's her name?
Kiara?
Kate, what's her name?
Kiana.
Yeah, Kiana. Yeah, Kiana is like sitting there as they piling onto her best friend. She chimes in a little bit, but again, when someone is going hard on you, you cannot respond like, "Hey, ladies, just calm down. She's trying to apologize. She's trying to take a." No, I would be like, "Listen, if that was me." Oh my God. Listen, I'm gonna apologize. I will take accountability because when I do wrong, I like to fix it. I like to just get over it. But if somebody won't get over it and they don't want to go on and they don't want to move on, especially if my money's involved, oh my goodness, I would be like, listen, I said what I said and get over it now. I would have said just like that, get over it. I don't care what you didn't wash your ass, get over it. You'll wash it later when the water's back on. I would have went in on her. There's no way I would be like, okay, I'm sorry. She tried the nice girl thing. Now it's time to get into like, get aggressive.
Yeah, I don't like Giselle. I did like her at one point because I felt like she was like, funny and stuff. But this season, oh, it's not a good. And I think the reason why it looks so bad is because Karen is not there. I think Karen kind of like keep things where she could calm Giselle or intervene so Giselle don't go fully bully mode. And I think without Karen there to be the one to be like, all right, Jizzy, okay. I mean, Karen might throw little things here and there, but I think once she realized Giselle is going really left, she would kind of like calm her down.
Really?
Or put her hand on her lap, like, all right, Jizzy, or throwing a little joke there where everybody laughs at what Karen said and overlook what Giselle said. No one is doing that. You have actually putting a battery in her back. Wendy's still trying to be her friend, and I want to ruffle any of her feathers. We have Monique, who wants to still be part of the group, so she's basically not saying nothing. We have the other one. What's her name? Not what's her name?
Jazzy,
the other one.
Kiana,
but that's Stacey, who's hoping. Oh, no, I'm not getting bully good. It's someone else. So no one is there to check Giselle. And I would have loved to have been Angel. I was hoping that someone other than Karen, who actually put Giselle's in her place, would be there to check her. And I just feel like Angel has everything that Giselle would probably want or jealous of or don't have going on. Because I think with someone like Giselle, you got to have all your shit together to check her. You gotta look good. You gotta have designer. You gotta have a nice shape. You got to have the husband because she'll pick at anything. She's one of those girls. She's very looking at everything you have, and anything she feels is a lack of or insecurity, she's gonna pick at that. And I think at this point, Angel has a lot to go at Giselle with. What is Giselle gonna say? She might be like, okay, you need to lose weight. Okay, but that's body shaming. Once Giselle says that on national TV, it's gonna go wrong for her. So I think Angel has it going on with a lot of things that if she were to go to toe-to-toe Giselle doesn't have enough to throw at her. You know what I'm saying? She doesn't have, and I think that was the thing with Wendy. That was why Wendy, I think out of everyone who's ever been on Potomac, really gave it to Giselle, where Giselle was like, didn't have nothing to say. Remember that time when they were on a girls trip and she said, oh, you're ugly, God don't like you. She said all this stuff to Giselle, like you have an ugly soul. That's why a lot of things happen. So she went in on Giselle. That was probably one of the best I've seen someone go in on someone, other than Phaedra. So, and I think at that point, she didn't have a rebuttal. Giselle had no rebuttal. Your husband, your ex-husband cheated on you. You came back with him for a storyline. He left you again. Like Wendy had the education. She had the husband. She had the house. She got her body done. So at that point, Giselle had no comeback.
But I feel like Wendy is confident though too within that. Like I don't know what's going on with Angel. She has it, but something is going. Like she can be aggressive. Like Angel could be aggressive, but she's just, I don't know. In the moment, she's like a deer in headlight or something. Like she's not able to articulate her feelings in that moment, and it's so delayed later on, and then it comes off as a victim. Like she don't got that Wendy confidence where she's checking these chicks on sight. Wendy is like, she's good. She's not she got, I don't know if the degrees matter, because sometimes when you got that personality and you quick witted and stuff like that, you able to roll right off the tongue with what you got to say in that moment. Angel is not like that. She is, she's just too like, and not weak, but just
Weak
Just
is a
too
good
like
word
she
too.
does, huh?
Weak is a good word too for Angel.
Weak? Yeah, I don't know, but she's not because she does bring it, but it's so rare and then it's so delayed. Like it's like it rears its head like in like it, not in the moments, like other moments that it's not when it's not needed. And it's kind of like now it's looking like, oh yeah, why are you acting like some kind of like, you acting weird now. Like, and it's like because she's not acting weird, it's just delayed.
It's delayed well, Wendy, she's a commentator. She's in CNN. She's used to debating. She's used to
Exactly.
being able to speak and articulate her words. So Wendy
Mhm.
had that. I think, and I don't know much about Angel. I think Angel was so-called, maybe like they said, she was a wag. Her husband was probably up there, and she probably wasn't someone who really faced, I guess, confrontation. Maybe it was like, oh, women kissed her behind. She thought they liked her. They probably just talked behind her back. She probably didn't know what they said about her. I don't.
Yeah.
Maybe she never dealt with upfront confrontation because she was the girl the it girl in the the wag world or whatever town she
Mhm.
was in. She was the girl that had the money. Supposedly she used to be I don't know. She used to be doing news or a reporter, whatever her career was back then. So she probably in her little world was the it girl. So there was no confrontation. So maybe that's why she doesn't know how to handle confrontation coming to her this strong. I don't know, because I feel like behind the scenes, she has some good things. Like some things I'm like, oh yeah, Angel, that's a good read
I
or
know.
something, but it's always behind the scene. Even if she
That's
was the
what I'm
person that
saying.
sing with
Delayed.
sister, yeah. Yeah,
Hmm.
she gets the energy behind the scene or when she's talking to someone else about that person. Because even when she was in the car talking about, oh, yeah, they talk about my marriage and all this other stuff, when that conversation happened with Monique, there was nothing really said. Angel didn't really say anything. But in the Sprinter, she was saying all this other stuff. Oh, they talk about my marriage, this and that. You felt that type of way. But when Monique mentioned it to you, there was nothing there.
I mean, she did check it, and sometimes when you do check some people, you can say like one or two words and you can shut it down. Like she did, I did like what she said. She shut it down real quick. Like I like when she listened to her, she let her get all that spiel out, and she listened. Like that's all you heard. So I did like the way she did that because she really didn't really have to say much. Well, all she said after Monique finished that whole little soliloquy, she said to her, "Well, that ain't me. That's not me. My marriage is good. I'm good." And then she kind of like, she didn't say let's move on, but it was kind of like next. Because sometimes you don't really got to say much, especially my marriage. I'm not explaining nothing. And if I do, it probably will come off like I'm really going to offend these chicks. Like I'm going to say, that's why your marriage broke up. I'm going to say, you're the reason why your marriage broke up. So I like the way she did it. She did it in a classy way. I probably would have been a little bit messier, but she shut it down real quick.
She did, to where Monique was like, oh, good. But she should have shut her up because Monique kept going all back. Stop. I wouldn't even let her say all that stuff. I would have stopped her mid sentence and be like, look, this is
No,
not
I
my
want you
marriage.
to
Move
get
it
all
on.
your
We're going to do
feelings
this.
out so I can
And
respond to it. I
on.
would want you to get everything out.
I would shut her up. For her to shut up, she said too much. Okay, so now we have the dinner. Again, we just spoke about it. Monique mentioned Jazz. You mentioned what I said to Angel. I said yes. I was like, she gonna lie. She'd say it, but she did, say she did say it to Angel, which I think she did the right thing saying it because again, if it went back that she was there, it's supposedly
Wait,
have a
what did she say
friendship.
to Angel? Because
So
you
she did the
started
right thing.
breaking up. Wait a minute, you started breaking up real bad. So what did you say that she said to Angel? Because I didn't hear that part.
She said Monique had asked Jazzy, did you mention to Angel what I said about the situation husband? And Jazzy said, yes. I was thinking like, oh, is Jazzy going to deny saying it? But she did not. She stood on it and was like, yes, I did. So that's when, we had this, conversation where she mentioned that to Angel and they had, like you said, Monique went into the whole speech and Angel basically gave her dust.
Yeah.
So then they went back. There was a discussion. Wendy was telling Angel, oh, you need to stand on business. Well, before that, this is the thing that got really weird to me, where Jazzy and Tia was going back and forth as far as who was going to stay in Angel's house because I think Giselle kind of mentioned something. I don't know what Giselle had said. Like, oh, how did you guys become friends all of a sudden? Because Jazzy was saying, oh, I should have been the one staying in Angel's house. And Giselle was like, well, how did you guys become friends? So how are you guys not all of a sudden friends? And she's like, oh, since we've met, we've been talking on the phone. So with that being said, I don't know why Jazzy was like, oh, she said something to Tia as far as you were something, I forgot what term she used, but basically you were second choice to staying in that house.
Yeah.
It was like a back and forth of, to me, it was like they were both going back and forth with who's closer to Angel. And I'm like, this is really high school. Like, well, who cares?
Well, I do think I would have said something. I think, what's her name? Not Tia.
Jazzy? Oh, Tia.
Jazzy should have said something to Angel in that moment, because I watched the after show on YouTube, the Bravo after show.
Yeah,
and she did say that she was shocked when she did go on a trip, and then Jazzy is the one who ended up staying with Angel in Angel's house.
No, Tia
because she
ended
said
up staying with Angel. Tia.
Oh yeah,
ended up
Tia. Yeah, I'm sorry. Tia ended up staying in Angel's house, but she was saying that all of that time, Jazzy said that she was speaking to Tia. Jazzy said that she was speaking to Angel all of that time. And Angel told her that you and Kiana are going to stay in my house. She told Jazzy this on the phone all of that time. So she said when it came to it and they were in the house, she was shocked that it ended up being Tia staying in the house with Angel. Because she was telling her up until that moment that she was going to be the one to stay in the house. So it was already a given that Kiana was going to be the one that was picked. But now it was supposed to be Jazzy. So she was saying that when she picked Tia, she was kind of shocked, like, wait a minute, where did Tia? I didn't know that they were close. And she was saying that she speaks to Angel every day. She said she was up until that point, they were speaking every day. So she thought she was kind of cool with her, and she promised her she would stay in her house too. So to me, I would be shocked, but she went in on the wrong person. Like, why are you going back and forth, and why you had to be so nasty to Tia? It wasn't Tia's fault. She happened to be the one that was picked, so Tia was kind of caught off guard too. Like, wait a minute, what? What you mean I was second choice? But it really was Angel's fault.
And
because she said that she ended up not having enough room for the three of them, because I guess she wanted three of them originally to come, like Kiana, Jazzy, and Tia. But then she realized she don't have enough space, so it could only be two people that she's bringing. And then she just X'd out Jazzy. So it kind of would be, I would be a little bit annoyed with Angel if I was Jazzy too, but she shouldn't have took it out on Tia.
I'm wondering if production had anything to do with it. As far as telling her, no, I don't know. I'm just wondering then, what was this conversation, a secret conversation, or maybe her and Angel and Jazzy did have a conversation, like, look, I know I really wanted you to be in the house, but I'm going to have to take Tia. I don't know, because for her to say that, there must have been conversation between her and Angel. Because why would you
when you say her, who's her?
Jazzy and Angel, regarding why Tia's staying. I don't know. I just felt that, because why would you think she's second choice? You know what I mean? Because I'm thinking that Angel and
I would
Jazzy
think she was second choice too. Because if I'm on the phone with Angel and she's saying she's taking me and Kiana in her house, I would think like, okay, it's me. So then I would say, like, I would think, especially I'm speaking to you every day. And then you telling me all along that it's going to be me and then your best friend is staying with you. I would think if it's not me at the end of the day, you ended up picking somebody else, I would say like, okay, you were second choice. I don't know what, but that's what I say. She went in on the wrong person. Like, I think she was more so hurt, or she felt, slighted, and she took it out on Tia by saying she was second choice, but she don't know if she was second choice. She might have, from what Angel said, it was supposed to be three of them, and then she realized she didn't have enough room. So I don't know where Jazzy got, Tia was second choice. I don't know where she got that from. I'm thinking it was out of hurt. And she just assumed that she was going to be the first choice along with Kiana, her best friend. But I don't know where she got that second choice thing from. She might have not have been, who knows? Like, but why she second choice? I don't know where that came from. She just probably assumed.
what it came from, and she didn't explain. But all I could think is that maybe her and Angel had a conversation as to why she's not staying in the house. Because she didn't ever even said that, like, oh, I'm mad. Like when Angel was like, oh, these are the two people staying with me in the house. At that point, Jazzy had no reaction. No one even knew she was someone that was going to stay at that house.
That's what was strange to me.
Like,
On the after show, that was what was strange to me. Why didn't she speak up in that moment? Because she said that was the first time she realized that she's not staying in the house. I don't know why she didn't speak up that moment, but she said she didn't know up until they were at that lodge or wherever, where they all the no water, the waterless house. When they was at the waterless house, she said she found out in that moment that she was not going to Angel's house. Up until then, she thought she was going to Angel's house.
Really? See, I didn't watch the after show, so I'm just going by the episode. I didn't see the after show. I assumed her and Angel had a conversation.
No, they did not.
Oh, she had no reaction.
Exactly. That's what's strange to me. Like, that's what I'm saying with these delayed reactions. You got to be in the moment and go toe to toe with these people in the moment. Like, you telling us after the show, you didn't say nothing during the show. This is why she might not even be brought back. Like, this was a moment. It's probably why they don't show her that much either. Like, this was a moment you should have went in the house. This is why they don't get brought back, some of these people.
Like, oh, I thought I was going to stay over. How come I'm not? Like, there was no conversation about it. That's why I was like, what the hell about second choice?
This is the time to go in on people,
Yeah. So here goes Wendy telling Angel, you need to stand on business, and you're basically like, I don't like you, I don't like you, I don't like you. I think she was kind of showing who she liked and who she don't like based on who she had in her house and who she didn't have in her house. So when Wendy said that, I was like, what the hell is she talking about standing on business? As far as doing what? Saying, oh, I don't like you guys. I don't think she could. I think at this point, we don't know if Angel's coming back, which I don't think she is. Her saying, I don't like you, I don't like you, I don't like you. What is that going to do? Like, I didn't understand. When Wendy said, I was like, stand on business and do what? Say, oh, I don't like you. I think she is. I don't think Angel don't like people. I think Giselle made her not like her. She was trying to get to know Wendy better by giving her better room. She doesn't have any issues with Stacy. I think it's clear of who she prefers because they're in her house. So I don't know when you said, I'm like, well, you want her to stay on business, how?
What'd you say?
Oh, somebody left a comment. I said, I don't know how she wanted Angel to stand on business. Like, how?
She said, wait, what comment you reading?
I see Kai Reality. It says, I do not know. It feels like Angel expected to be the HBIC, those rumors of how she acted with other wags, and doesn't know what to do if she is not in a position of power. I agree. That's exactly what I said. I said she thought she and probably her and Giselle was going to be the queen bee. Everybody's going to kiss her behind because she's the one with the money, the house, she's rich, and all this other stuff. And they're like, we don't care about all that. We don't like you. For whatever reason, which I'm still trying to figure out why they don't like her. Like, I'm so I feel like I gotta go back.
No, but I think that's Giselle's MO though. Like when a new girl comes, to me, she did it with Monique too. When she started going in on her about our house, and then Monique checked her. Like, oh, actually, this is not our only house. We got 4 houses. We got 4 properties. We got this. We got that. Like she checked Giselle. Like, don't get it twisted, girl. Yeah, we got it going on over here. And that's what I think you have to kind of like, when somebody does something to you. Because I feel like I get that too. And like when people be thinking like, because I smile a lot and stuff, they think like I might be weak. So some people do try me. So in the moment of trying me, I'm checking a chick. So I think in the moment, you can't be letting stuff slide constantly over and over, and then letting somebody get away with little things where they do throwing shots at you and throwing shade. You got to throw that shade back immediately. And I think with Giselle, if you don't do it immediately and you don't check it, like how Monique did and how Angel isn't, she gets away with it and then she'll keep doing it like a bully does. They're going to keep at you. Yeah.
Yeah. Giselle, and you got to remember when Wendy put her in check, she stayed away from Wendy. She wasn't really talking about Wendy. She didn't come at Wendy the same anymore. Giselle's one of those bullies you got to put her in her place and put her in place hard and embarrass the hell out of her where there's nothing she can say back.
And that's what I'm saying. You can't make yourself Yeah, you can't make yourself a target, and that is how a bully becomes a bully. They pick their target, and then when they see that they're weak and they're submissive and they just not doing nothing, they're gonna keep on at you. They're gonna keep going at you. You're gonna remain the target, and I think that's the problem with Angel.
Yeah, and the fact that Giselle knows majority of the girls don't really favor Angel. Because I'm still trying to go back, like, what happened to me? But again, Giselle is a hater. I'm sorry, Giselle's a hater. So I just feel like she doesn't like Angel for whatever reason. I don't remember Angel coming. I feel like I got to go back and see where the dislike came from. But then again, like you said, Giselle does this to any newbie that has stuff going on.
Yeah.
The only person
And
I don't
I do
remember her
see,
doing that was Nneka. She didn't do it to Nneka last season.
yeah,
Nneka
I
was
gotta go back to
married.
when NECA, like when they first met or something. Because, like I said, I don't know. I think it's little things that will make a bully become like start rearing its head. And I don't know what Nika might have did to kind of have Giselle back up off her. I don't know. Sometimes I think it's little things you might say where somebody know, okay, I can't mess with her. Like I'm not. So I don't know what Nika might have said to put her in check. It could have been something little where Giselle knew what time it was. I don't know.
I think
But I
she
did see in
also
that moment. What'd you say?
I think well, now that we're talking about Nneka, I think it was also the fact that she saw how Nneka was standing up to Wendy. And
Yeah.
Wendy could go back and forth. So, and again, Nneka's educated. So I feel like when she's like, oh, damn, she's going to Wendy toe to toe. She ain't backing down. She's saying all the stuff about Wendy. When Wendy confronts her, she goes back. So I think Dad will probably be like, I'm not going to check this girl because she's going toe to toe Wendy. She going to come at me and put me in my place.
Mhm.
Maybe that was why she was just like, let me not go and say anything to Nneka. But Angel didn't, from the catfish thing, that's where it started. This is where it went. I think it started. She didn't put Giselle in her place. And she knows Kiana, whatever K, is not going to do that because she wants to be on Giselle's good side. And no one is really going to stand up for Angel now because she's new. So I think that's why I think the catfish was where she was testing Angel, and Angel failed. Bullies do tests. This was a test to see, she going to go toe to toe me? Is she going to back down? Let me see. And Angel did not step up to Giselle, the whole catfish thing. She kind of like went at Wendy more. So that let Giselle know, oh, I got you. I could say whatever I want to this one.
Yeah.
So Kyrie said, nah, Angel backtracks. When Monique said the room assignments were shady, then Angel was acting like it wasn't done shade. That is true too. I mean, one episode she did say, yeah, it's a little shade when she mentioned Ashley and Giselle staying in the same room. But the rooming, the way everyone's roomed together and stuff, I think she wasn't taking accountability as far as there. Yeah, I do have the people that I like more staying at my house.
Yeah.
I guess she had to say it. It was obvious, but that's what I think Wendy was trying to tell us, stand on business. As far as
I do think that's what
like,
Wendy was relating to.
Yeah, and I'm like, who's done this in any of, not that I know, in Potomac or wherever, said, oh, I don't like you, I like you, I don't like you. No one's done that. You kind of see how they move, who they invite to events, who they talk on the phone with. You would know who they like. You don't need to verbalize who they like and don't like. Like Giselle don't have to say, I don't like Angel. We know you don't like her, obviously.
Yeah.
So that was one thing.
And I do, again, like I said, I do think that Angel backtracks. Like I was saying, she has like these delayed reactions and she doesn't stand on what she's doing. Like, why not say you shady? And then again, like the way Angel, like they are saying that Angel got evicted. They saying stuff about, okay, I don't know what happened to Farrah's connection. It was sounding bad anyway. But hopefully Farrah will. Okay, wait, is she back? Okay, I don't know what happened. Girl, come on, come back. Okay, here she go.
Oh, sorry. I clicked on something. I'm mistaken.
Okay, now your sound is not on.
My sound is not on?
Oh, okay. I thought it was the connection.
Oh no,
yeah,
sorry,
it is on now. Like I thought you were sounding quiet. But like I was saying with Angel, I don't know. Angel's just not like the way she's not reacting. It is like she's just like backtracking, or she's not in the moment reacting. When they were in the, like when she was giving out the room assignments, and then Giselle and Ashley's like, oh, I don't know what's her problem. Like, why is she doing this? Like, girl, like You done said the girl got evicted. You talking about her. Y'all holding like little, y'all holding court about the girl. Like, what you mean y'all don't know why y'all got these room assignments? And that's when Angel should have said to her, like, what you mean you didn't do nothing to me? Didn't y'all just say I got evicted? Like, and then they spoke about it in that moment. Giselle actually said, like, yeah, she got evicted right in her face as they were going up the steps. So it just, to me, it's just weird. But on that scene, what I was going to say before is in that scene that you're talking about where Angel starts crying, where Wendy's telling her, like, you can't, like, they kind of comforted her and she's crying, like, in the cut a little bit where Giselle, I don't even think Giselle cared. Like, I'm like wondering, is this going to make Giselle have a heart, or is she going to be a little bit empathetic to Angel because she's sitting at the table crying after Giselle and them went in on her about not having water, and she's crying as they're getting ready to leave. So Giselle didn't even seem to be affected by it if she did see it, because she said Giselle bent over as Wendy and them are comforting Angel in the moment. Giselle was like, oh, we going outside or whatever she said. And I'm like, did Giselle see that she was crying? Like, so it was just weird. And then
we now, yeah, she saw.
She did?
I would assume because she came in when it was Monique, Jazzy, and I don't know if Kiara was there, like comforting Angel. And she's like, oh, we leaving now. It's time to go. She said something to that effect. Like, all right, come on, it's time to go.
Yeah, and then you saw how Jazzy spoke up in the moment, like not Jazzy, I'm sorry, Kiana, her best friend, kind of spoke up. And like I said, I want more from Kiana as a best friend. I would need more from my best friend to have my back if I don't have a backbone. That's when you with the backbone need to come in. But so Kiana did stand up in that moment at the table and was like, listen, guys, she took accountability. Like, we don't have water. I mean, y'all don't have water. She tried to fix it. And then it seemed like Kiana was kind of like, her voice was breaking up. And you about to cry too now? Like, I'm like, girls, like, this is why Giselle is going ham and running amok, because you about to cry. You the best friend. Angel's crying in the corner. Like, I don't get it. Like, I don't know. And like Kai Reality said, she cannot last if catfish, eviction, and you throwing a horrible trip got you like this. Exactly. Like, if this is how you are and you crying and carrying on and not checking these chicks, this is why they're gonna keep rolling over you like a bulldozer.
Well, one thing too, I don't know how old her last child is, but I'm thinking that she's still going through postpartum, emotionally not there. There's just a lot of other things, because I remember she was talking about, I don't know how old her kid was, and talk about still having the pregnancy weight. I mean, people say that the kid is 5, but I don't know how old her kid is. But I'm just wondering, there might be more going on other than just that. That's why she's so emotional. I don't know what's going on for Angel. She used to just go at this point. I was trying to advocate a little bit for her, but crying, and then even if you feel that emotional, cry somewhere else. Don't do it on camera. Don't do it where Giselle, more people could see. It's just giving more. I mean, giving Giselle more like, oh, more. I got her. So I think Angel, too many cries. And Kiara, I think Kiana as friend could do more, but there was 2 episodes where she was saying that because of where they are, it was making her cry a lot. So when I did see her get kind of teary-eyed, I was like, oh, is this what's causing that again? The air or whatever that's causing that again. But it looked like she was getting emotional all over again.
Her voice was cracking. And I'm like, I get it. You could cry, but you could check a chick while you're crying. Like, sometimes some hood chicks, when they cry, you got to watch out because they ready to fight.
You got to run.
Like, yeah, that's fine. You could be emotional and stuff, but yeah. But like Kai Reality said, Kay has played Angel this entire season, from chin check to this silent treatment. And that's what I'm saying. But the way Angel is talking about it after the season now, because it's after the season and Angel did a couple of interviews and stuff like that, Angel saying that people are trying to, like, I guess, trying to do a Shamia and Portia to them, and she's not going to have it. No one's going to break up their tight relationship. I'm like, girl, nobody's not trying to break up your tight relationship, but I'm wondering, why is Kiana so silent when Kiana has a backbone? She's checking Stacey left and right, and Wendy. So I don't understand when it comes to like these chicks and on the trip and how they treating your best friend. Where's your backbone?
She said that's her real best friend. That's her true best friend. I think Kiana also is on that Giselle bandwagon. Like, oh, I'll say little stuff, but I'm not gonna go to Giselle. I don't know. Giselle is a producer, executive. She get money from there, but it seems like they all feel like, oh, if I go against Giselle, I may not have a spot for next season. So Kiana, I think it was because it is Giselle. If it was Wendy maybe or Stacey, I think she would have jumped in and been a little bit more boisterous. But I think because it's Giselle, it's kind of like, James is my best friend, but I still need to keep my job. So going toe-to-toe Giselle may not be the best thing for Kiana in her head at this point. And if Angel leaves, Angel has a husband, her money, and all her other stuff. Kiana, she has her business, but I don't think she's financially the same as Angel. So that's the only thing I could think of as far as why she's not really fully standing up for her in a different manner.
Yeah.
And Kyrie says she can still be going through postpartum. You decide to go on this show, and she had no problem talking about Stacey's breath, hosting the girls at the house to talk about Stacey going in on Wendy. That's true. No, I mean, they didn't talk about Stacey's breath. That's what I'm saying, because when that scene happened and there was a couple scenes, I'm like, oh, this might be a good addition for like Angel in the beginning. But once the catfish scene made me realize, I'm not gonna be a fan of this chick. Because I don't think she handled it the way she should have. She should have chucked Wendy, she should have chucked Giselle, she should have chucked all of them on that table with the catfish. I think if she did it the right way, Giselle would have backed off quick.
Yeah, there was just so many moments, and then having these delayed, indirect shots, like that's what did her in, and it's doing her in. Like every situation she has. Angel has a chance to, in the moment, check these chicks in the moment, just like on the plane when they going in on her about the waterless house and stuff like that. There's moments in that moment where she could check them. Like she has so many opportunities, and there are so many missed opportunities where she's coming back later, you're crying in the corner, stuff like that. It's like, no, you ain't made for this. Like you are your best friend. Y'all both, I don't know, after this, I feel like they both need to go.
I agree. And I also think Angel has insecurities.
Yeah.
I think as far as physical insecurities, she might be like, oh, my husband, I got my money, I got my kids, I have my house. But I think her physically, because she gained weight, she's not in shape like all the ladies, they are slim. I think that's what the catfish was such a trigger for her. Yeah. And I sometimes I could tell she's not as comfortable with her weight. Which is understandable. She's got a baby. Like most people aren't. So in situations like that, don't go on a show when you feel already insecure about certain things when it comes to looks. Yeah. So the catfish thing, I think, was a trigger for her, but I think she should have stood on it. Like, yeah, I use filters. So do you all. Look at your picture. Look at this. I would have pointed at everybody. I went on Instagram. Like, look, this is a straight filter. Don't you use one for your nose? Use this one for your neck. I would have went in. Okay, I use a filter like everybody else on this table does. Next, instead of denying it. And this is why they kept throwing it at her. And she knows she used her filter to make her face look slimmer, certain parts of her body look slimmer. Like I went into her Instagram after, and I was like, damn, that looks nothing like Angel. It's funny, like this day and age, you don't think everybody knows when you're using a filter or not. If you're smiling and there's no wrinkles, you're using a filter. If you take a picture, there's nothing there, you must have really good Botox and fillers, or using a filter. Everybody uses filters. Get over it. So K-Reality said, your real best friend of 20 years who had never been to you award. So that's another. That's good. That was a good one. Yeah. I was wondering, it seemed like Kiana never been to that house.
Exactly.
Because when they went, and she was looking like, oh, and I thought that was kind of weird too. Like, you guys are supposed to be best friends. Like, you've never been to her house for 20, like she said, 20 years. That was kind of, how? Why? And you're supposed to be close friends, supposedly, or maybe they're not as close as they're saying. But it also seemed like Angel keeps her husband, her children, kind of like, she keeps everybody away. It's kind of like, this is which is how I think it should be, especially in this reality world. It's kind of like, okay, these are my private life, the people I love. I don't need anybody coming close to them. But with that, I think if you had a friend for 20 years, you had this award-winning house and this and that. Kiana's never been there until they had the show.
Yeah.
I thought that was
Something is
weird too.
weird
I
about
was
that. And it's
too.
not like Kiana doesn't have kids. Not that that matters, like, but she doesn't. Kiana have her own business. I'm just saying she has the life that's set up where
Hey, she
you can
traveled.
kind of move about freely. So I don't see why that she couldn't make a little time. Like, because I have a friend too that moved to California and she doesn't have an award-winning house. Okay. And I've been friends with her since we was like 9 years old. And she
Oh
moved to
wow.
California, and I went to her house like within some years, but she has been there for a couple of years, and I went to her house. So I'm kind of looking at the same thing. Like I made time to kind of go over and spend a night there and spend a couple of days there and see how she is living there. So I don't know. It is something that to kind of be like, it's weird. Are you really, like
I
you
do
said, are they
think
really
so.
that close?
Yeah, you could be like, oh, I've known this person for 20 years. We're cool. We'll meet once in a while, but I don't think that showed me you may not be as close as you're saying. Because again, when they come on the show, they got to bring someone, they add on to the sauce of how close they are. A lot of times, oh yeah, we're best friends. We're so close. I think they've known each other for 20 years. Yes. But are they really close buddy? Probably not. They could be like, I've
And
known
I
her.
think
We hang
sometimes
out with you
within
once in a
those
while.
years, yeah, they probably don't speak like that. There probably is a lot of distance there. Like, I mean, even if you know somebody, sometimes there is a lot of like distance between you two, not just in geography or whatever distance, but also just communication and stuff like that. Like, I'm sure like they not like tight.
Oh my God, my camera fell. I agree. Because if I had a friend who had an award-winning house, trust, I would be like, girl, I'm coming over to see that house. Like I'll be
Yeah,
inviting
I've done
myself
it. And
to
like I
like,
said, my
oh,
friend don't even, yeah, like I said, my friend don't even have an award-winning house, and I'm still gonna go to see how I like. First of all, I don't know how Kiana is. It seemed like she does like vacation and stuff like that. I think she did mention like
yeah,
vacation and stuff like that. So I don't understand even if it's not an award-winning house, it's still somewhere else
your
other
friends.
than Potomac. Like it's your friend and it's Colorado. And why not go visit and go vacation and see how your BFF is? But like I said, it might be one of those
Exactly.
things.
And if she has like a Wonderland business, I'm like, girl, I'm coming over there for my birthday. I'm bringing some girl. Like I would have been, I'm coming over, like something. For 20 years, you never went over there and looked at her award-winning house and her Wonderland business, girl.
Yeah.
Good. So this part I thought was tacky. When they all was standing around in a circle, everybody was like, "Oh, I brought this," and then they put them out. I brought this, put them out. Here go Wendy. I'm rich. My kids rich. Girl, all right. Not even talk about Wendy, but I thought it was tacky. I didn't like that scene.
I didn't like that scene either. And it seemed just weird. Like, why were they like going in the middle, like some kind of like, and I thought it was a weird scene too. Like who did that? I wonder who came up with that like idea. Was it the producers? Was it Angel? Like it was probably an Angel thing. I wonder who came up with the idea. Okay, everybody say what you bought and then announce how much you paid for it. And let's go around in a circle. Like, I'm just wondering who came up with that tacky idea. Because it was out of nowhere and it was stupid.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if it was the producers. The only person, if it wasn't the producers, Angel, just to see, oh, have money. But her thing to me was crazy that Ashley paid $4,000 for that belt. So when they had shown everybody, Ashley actually spent the most money. She's paid $4,000 on a belt. Wendy spent the least amount, which was earrings for her daughter, which was like $225 something. Angel spent about $2,000. Kiana bought sneakers for about $1,000. I love what Stacey did. Like, oh, I'm not rich. I didn't buy anything. I like
But
that.
what do you think?
Monique didn't buy anything.
What do you think about that store that they went to? That's like the number one celebrity store in Aspen that she kept emphasizing, and it was kind of like that was like the main attraction. It seemed like of the trip is going to that store. What did you think? Would you be excited?
See my face? I'm not even gonna lie. When they were saying, I was like, oh, I had to rewind and look in the like, is there anything there that I would be like, dang? Like, I didn't see it, but again, that's not my style. I'm not into cowboy boots, cowboy hats. There's certain things like Kyle Richards from the Housewives of Beverly Hills. That's one of her favorites. So she loves cowboy hats. She's into cowboy boots.
Yeah, they
I
had
think they had
they
a
did
scene
that.
when they actually went there. But
Yes.
but that's their thing. I'm not into that. I'm not into all that leather boots and all. I wear boots, but not cowboy boots and hats. And so that's not my style. So if I were to go somewhere like that, it'd probably be like the Giselle and Wendy did, maybe jewelry. But even the jewelry was big and gawky looking and cowboy. That's not my style. So celebrities and everybody else go there. That's if something they like, the big belts. That's if that's what you're into. That's just not the fashion that I'm into.
I wouldn't
So
be.
I was looking if I was there, I probably would buy nothing either.
It is, yeah, it's something new. Like, I don't mind, like, when I'm away on vacation to go to, like, these touristy spots that's, like, cool. But I don't think I would have been like, oh, my God, like, that wouldn't have been the main attraction for me. That's something, like, let's stop in, let's give this a couple of minutes, and then let's move on. Like, I would not have been. It's almost like they were obligated to buy something because of so much emphasis they were putting on, like, this is a celebrity attraction. This is great. Everybody flies to come here. It's so great here. So I felt like it was kind of like pressure to buy something. But I don't know. I wouldn't have been that excited over that either. I do like one of a kind things. Like, I would have probably gone there and probably got a hat made. I don't know if it would have been a cowboy hat. I probably would have gotten something made that was exclusive, because I do like exclusive things that can be made to my liking, and I can kind of design it right then and there, whether it's a belt, whatever it was. I would have liked that. But would I have paid thousands and thousands of dollars, $4,000? No, I would not have paid. And then Wendy, she bought like earrings, right, for $900 for her daughter.
I thought it was like two something. It was that expensive. I thought it was like $200.
Oh yeah, it was. I think somebody else bought. I think they mentioned $900 for something when she was initially going to buy some. But yeah, it was like $200. So I feel like it was like pressure to buy something from this store that, I don't know why, but yeah, I thought that was tacky too.
I didn't like the fact that kind of like spotlighted everyone. Like, oh, you only spent, like, it was just tacky. I didn't like it. Tacky, like, oh, why do people need to know what I brought? How, even what I brought. Oh, even they said, oh, let's just see what everyone bought. And then, oh, I got this, I got that, I got that. I would be curious too. I honestly, in a situation like that, in a group chat, I'm like, girl, what you got? What you got? What you got? But I don't like the fact they announced the price. It could be like, oh, I got earrings, I got this, I got that. But why is it everyone going in a circle announcing what they got and how much they paid for it?
Yeah.
I didn't like that. I didn't like it. That part of what you paid, I didn't like it. I was just like, for what? Who's saying how much? Was it Angel? I'm surprised they didn't tally up the amount of that. They all spent, maybe after they tally everything, about $8,000 as a group. $10,000.
I wonder if this store is like paying for promotion or something, because the emphasis that they put on this store, like, to get that type of promotion on Bravo, like that is like that's a big deal to, like, someone who's paying for ads. Like, they didn't have to pay for that. And like, even me, like, I'm not into that, but if I was to go to Aspen, I might have to stop at this spot now. So it's like that store is really getting some great promotion, especially with the tacky scene too. That was great promotion.
So I'm just wondering, is that the only store there? Like, this is the be all and all of this Aspen place? I think from what I was watching Kempire, and he mentioned that Angel goes to this store regularly, her and her husband, and spend a lot of money. So this is why when she walked in, it was like, oh my God, it's like this thing. They were greeting her, giving her the red carpet treatment. I'm thinking, when Angel told him, look, I'm on this show, I'm gonna be promoting your store, I'm gonna bring some girls, she probably got some free stuff. Like, when Angel was like, oh, I spend this amount on this, it's probably free. Oh, I'm buying this nice bag, it's probably for free. So that
she
was
got some type of kickback.
About the store. Yeah, so she probably got some trinkets for free. But I just feel like she kept talking about, oh, this is a great place. The celebrities, Rihanna goes here, this person goes. She talked about this place in two episodes.
And that's what I'm saying. And I'm surprised that Bravo did not edit it out. That's why I'm kind of believing that maybe they threw Bravo a couple of mil, like not a couple of million, but something for that space of how much they talked about that store, and Bravo producers did not edit it out. Like, so I just
Yeah.
thought that was like weird, like how much emphasis they put on the store, the price, what they bought in the store, like the makings of the store. And I just thought that was strange.
They promoted it more than they did Kiana's business. Like more than people that had businesses on the cast. They kept showing the store how it looked. They did spend a lot of time just even showing around the store. Because normally when they go to the store, that's it. They talk about the hats. You saw them trying to pull the boots off of Kiana's feet. You saw that they showed the bells, they showed the jewelry. A lot of times when they go to the store, you don't see so much detail about the store.
Yeah, even Ashley, not Ashley, Angel's business. You saw they gave her a little like 2-second promotion when they showed her husband with the ribs or whatever he had, like serving people, and they showed the fly fishing and stuff like that. That was literally like a 2-second promotion. And it's like, man, like they could have did a little bit better, like for the person who's actually a housewife on the show, and you giving this store in Aspen who doesn't even need it because people are flying apparently to go to the store. So I mean, I just, like you said, it was just a tacky scene. It was strange.
It was tacky, and again, my head started rolling like, really, Black women? I don't remember them doing this in Beverly Hills. But I'm like, Black women, we all this. I don't know the producers of Angel, but I didn't like that scene. That would have made me very uncomfortable if I was there. And I know they were like, oh, Stacey. I'm surprised nobody said anything about Stacey not buying anything. Monique. Oh, but Giselle said something about Monique. Oh, Monique's changed. She ain't buying that. You know, like she didn't buy anything. Monique used to be spending money like crazy. Now she's not with Chris. Maybe she don't have money. Like, all right, here goes Giselle. But I felt like that would put pressure. If I was into something, it wouldn't make me spend money I probably didn't want to spend, because at the end, I mean, did they know they were going to be doing this or not? Like, I probably like, look, this is not my style. I'm not buying anything. And again, somebody behind the scenes like, oh, she don't got money to buy anything. No, I just don't like anything. I'm not going to spend money just to spend.
Yeah.
So I don't know if they knew at the end we're going to talk about how much you spent, and everybody felt like they were obligated to buy something. I mean, Wendy's bought something for her daughter, so I feel like, okay, that was worth, you know, that's something she could use and buy. I mean, the other one, Asher, that belt, I'm like, how often are you going to wear that belt? But whatever, that's their money. I thought that was a tacky scene. I don't know why they put that in there. But anyway, so here we go. Stacey brought nothing. Monique brought nothing. So the next scene that, you know, happened was having Mauricio show up. I mean, that man is a good looking man. I'm not gonna lie, Mauricio's a good looking.
And he got some swag.
He got swag. He's an older man. He looks good. They were all drooling over him, especially
and even afterwards, because you know I watched the after show. Even on the after show, they were just mesmerized by Mauricio. I can't imagine being like Kyle and seeing how they're like drooling over him.
Oh, I have to watch the after show. I don't think I would feel type of way if you know you got a good looking man. You got a good looking man.
But they ready to pounce. Not only do they have first of all, Kyle, I mean, just to bring up like, you know, a little bit of the Beverly Hills episode, Kyle is dying to get back with Maurice. I feel like Mauricio is kind of like playing it cool. He loves that single life. He loves to just gallivant around as a single man. But Kyle is not saying it, but you could just tell she is waiting for Mauricio to give the okay. Let's get back together. She is waiting for him to give the okay. So to me, I would feel a little bit of ways that these beautiful ladies who are single and who's ready to spread their legs like an eagle. Like, so to me, it would be like, I would feel a ways if I was Kyle.
What did so one thing I have to say, in that moment, I like Giselle. That moment she did, because she kind of was like, look, Mauricio's off credit. She said, I wouldn't mind, in the confession, she's like, oh, I wouldn't mind with Mauricio horizontal. So I'm thinking, having sex with him? What the hell that meant? I was thinking,
she said it.
Okay, so she even said that. I was like, when she said that, I was like, okay. I did like the fact that she was like, look, he's off limits. He's Kyle's husband still. Ashley looked like she didn't give a damn. Ashley didn't look like she did a damn. And I like the fact that when Ashley and Stacey went and they were trying to, I guess, hook up Ashley with Mauricio, she came in there and stopped it. Like, these girls are crazy. Ashley didn't like that kind of.
I don't know. I'm kind of agreeing with Stacey, and I think it was Wendy on the after show. Stacey,
I
was
didn't
it?
see
I think
that
it was.
show, girl. You told me I didn't see it.
I think it was some hater vibes on Giselle's end. I think some hater vibes going on. I think what they were saying that Giselle wanted Mauricio for herself, and she saw, how Ashley is loose, and Ashley's ready to spread them legs quick with anybody. So knowing how Ashley is, and you have a friend like that, and you might be interested in that man, but your friend is loose, who Mauricio is gonna go for. To me, I think Mauricio would have definitely responded to Ashley's advances.
Oh,
but
huh? Oh, definitely. I think he would have too.
Yes, and Giselle, I think she was interested in Mauricio, and the way Giselle want to play it coy, cool, calm, and she's not going to come on to a guy strong like Ashley would. So I feel that Giselle knew that he was going to hook up with Ashley, or he would have responded to Ashley. So I feel that was the only reason, because she couldn't have him. I feel like she kind of was like, nah, if I can't have him, nobody can. I feel like that's what Giselle gave off. I agree with them ladies, because the way she was drooling over Mauricio, even after the show, the way she was saying, like you said, remember, she said, oh, I would get down with him horizontally, no problem. Like, she would definitely go for Mauricio, but she don't got that quick, how the type that Mauricio wants to smash. He wants to smash chicks left and right. He ain't trying to do a Giselle.
Young ones too.
Huh?
Young ones also.
Exactly. And Ashley fits that criteria. So I feel like Giselle ain't dumb, and she kind of got in the middle of that. And on the strength of, the fake, what do you call it? The smoke screen. Oh yeah, no, she's a housewife. We can't do that. Since when is Giselle so empathetic like that? I don't know. She would do it probably. I don't think she's all of that. She's not friends with Kyle. I can see if it was a Robin or something like that. She's not friends with Kyle. Since when you got that undying loyalty for somebody that's not your friend?
Well, now that you said it that way, I think Mauricio would be interested in sleeping with Giselle. I think Ashley's more sexy and forward, and probably harder for him to say no, because she's very persistent. She's very persistent. Mauricio would probably have to be someone the first to make sort of a move on Giselle. But I think Giselle was more worried of the backlash of if she was supposed to do something.
I think that was a pretend. I think she pretended. Yeah, it probably would have been some backlash, but would Giselle have cared? Really? Would Giselle be really? She would have cared. Since when she cared about having beefs with chicks?
Yeah, but that's different. Sleeping with someone's husband, he's not even divorced yet. I think that would have been worse than the stuff she's doing.
I mean, listen, these are grown. I don't think she cares huh?
And Beverly Hills, there's a large fan base. I think she does care. That's why she didn't pursue anything with Mauricio. I think, to me, looking at that,
why would you even say that about somebody's husband? If she cares so much, why would you even say, oh, I would take Mauricio horizontally with no problem? Even the things that she was saying, even on the after show, you shouldn't even be saying that about somebody's husband. If you're so concerned about that housewife, you should not. Giselle should have took herself out of the equation and not have said the things that she said. But the things that she was saying told me too that she was really attracted to him, and that she was trying to throw it off to stay in the after show. She was saying that what I'm saying, how Giselle is saying that's how Stacey was. Stacey, and I don't know if you saw Watch What Happens Live, because Giselle and Quad were on Watch What Happens Live on after show, and she was saying it there too, that she feels that Stacey was interested in Mauricio. I believe it was all of them was why she wasn't shutting all of that down if she was so concerned about Mauricio and having respect for Kyle. I don't believe that. I just believe that the way Ashley was, I think Mauricio wouldn't have a problem with hanging out with Giselle. But in that moment, I just don't think Mauricio would be interested in Giselle in that way. Giselle wants to be courted. She wants to go out on dates. She wants to, be cool. And, you got to work to get with her and for her to spread her legs. You got to work a little bit harder. He's not going to be interested in Giselle off the bat. It would be Ashley that he would be interested in, because Ashley is not going to be into that. You don't need to court Ashley. You can just, take her out to Burger King or something, and she's going to spread the legs.
Yeah, but you're right. Ashley was ready to give it up quick. You don't even have to take her to hell. You could have just drove her home like Sharice's son did, and she gave it to you. So, and he seemed interested.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying. Giselle's not dumb. She saw that, and she knows that he would have pounced on Ashley. He would not have wasted no. Actually, it fits his criteria. She would have been. She's easy. And Giselle did not want that. I believe that Giselle wanted him for herself, and she felt like, listen, if I can't have him, nobody can. And she shouldn't have been saying anything she was saying about Kyle's husband if she was so concerned about Kyle's feelings.
You're right. I take back what I said, because I felt that way too. Like, she felt like, oh, I can't have him because of principle. I was thinking, I don't want nobody in this group, because she's like, he's off limits, meaning I can't have him. Nobody can have him. So when she saw Stacey and Ashley go, she ran over there like, and Ashley was upset. I could tell she was upset, because now that you're saying that, if she was like, I'm not going to mess with him because I don't want my reputation, or I don't want any beef with Kyle, I wouldn't care my friend mess with him. Girl, I want to know.
That's what I'm saying. That's her beat. Exactly. She's not even tight with Kyle like that. Like, I can see if she's tight, and even that would have been a beef that Ashley would have to deal with. Whatever all of these little housewives, even though these franchises, they have their little inner beefs amongst each other. A housewife from Potomac might have beef with a housewife from New Jersey. Like, they all have these cross beefs sometimes, but it don't be on some like where the whole franchise, everybody beefing with everybody, nobody likes each other. Like, Giselle was just overreacting because I feel she wanted Mauricio for herself.
I agree.
She was overreacting.
I agree, because if it's a guy I'm not interested in, even though I know it may be wrong, like, oh, okay, somebody from another franchise, but I'd be like, girl, you just do it. Don't let the media know about it. Let me know how it was. But if I'm interested and I know I can't have him because I don't want the backlash, I would do what Giselle did with my friends. Like, girl, I can't have him.
And Giselle's personality, she's like that. Like, yeah, she may not want him, but she ain't gonna be, oh, you don't do it, this person don't do it, nobody. Like, she gonna be like, just how if you watch the after show when Quad, speaking of overreaction, Quad, I feel like in that moment of Watch What Happens Live, she felt some kind of way about what Robin and Giselle said on their podcast. And she tried to check Giselle in that moment, and Giselle let her know that had nothing to do with me. I didn't say that. Robin said it. You should speak to Robin. Like, if you got a problem, speak to this person, speak to that person. And that's exactly how Giselle is when it comes to, you got a beef with my friend, my best friend. I don't think, like a lot of people saying that she threw Robin under the bus. I don't think she threw her friend under the bus, but if it's your beef, it's your beef. If I need to speak up for you in that moment and you saying some wild stuff about my best friend, yeah, I'm gonna speak up. But if you got a beef, it's something about that one of my friends said about you, speak to that friend. I don't know what's going on. You speak to them. And that's how Giselle is. Like, if you got a beef, speak to Robin about it, or speak to this person. So it's kind of like the same thing with Mauricio. Like, Giselle is that type. Like, if you sleep with Mauricio, Giselle would have said, what you got to beef with me for? Speak to Ashley about that. Kyle, why you got to beef with me? So she's like that. So I don't understand. I feel like, again, as I said just now, a couple of seconds ago, Giselle wanted Mauricio for herself.
I mean, she did say she wanted a man, but I think in her head, morally, she can't do it because it's the same franchise. But you're right. If she was not interested in Mauricio, she would have let Ashley do what the hell she wanted to do. And just be like, if Kyle confronted and said something, be like, look, that's just my friend. I can't stop him from sleeping with your husband. You're right. I mean, I didn't see the after show, so there was more stuff in here. Who said Sugar Plum 16? It would be similar to the hypocrisy, I can see, of Stacey allegedly dating Chris. But then again, some of these girls are like rules for thee, but not for me. I agree. I mean, like you said, I don't know how close they are in this franchise between Beverly Hills and Kyle. I mean, the man look good. The man look good. And Ashley's right. They're not together. She has no ties to Kyle. She might only see, they don't even live in the same state. She might only just see him in BravoCon. And she should have just done it behind Giselle's back, if anything. And who knows? They probably did hook up.
Exactly. I would have told Giselle, mind your business. Like, stop it. Like, cut this out. Like, I think, and even Ashley said it too on the after show. Like, oh, you think that she has some hater vibes? Like, I don't know. They were saying that on the after show that it was Giselle on some hate because she wanted him.
I have to watch. I didn't get to watch that, but I could see because she said it in the freaking confessional. I wouldn't have, if you, like you said, if you feel that strong about someone's not sleep with someone's husband, I wouldn't even say I want to sleep with your husband. I could be like,
exactly. And on the after show too, like all of them was like salivating over this man. Like, he is good looking, he got swag, but I wouldn't be like that with nobody's husband. I wouldn't be saying some of the things like how hot he is. They were just going in too much about Mauricio.
Yeah, like the way they were even circling, like they've never seen a man. Even though that scene, they were like circling him.
Yeah, what you doing later? And like, well, I don't know. They was ready to pounce on that man.
Yeah, he's like, oh, I'm not doing anything later. But Ashley was OD as normal. Like, she's a good man. She can't control herself. But who knows? They could have hooked up, but we don't know about it. Because the way Ashley was acting, he seemed very much interested. Even Stacey was a little bit like, oh my God. I'm like, is that the first time they seen him in person? Whatever it was, they were all over that man. All of them. Married or not.
And you can see on the after show, they was very much salivating over him.
Oh, I gotta watch that. I'm gonna watch that because I didn't see it. So the next thing, it was Giselle talking about she got the 4th season, or she's a 4th season girl. She got a room for all the ladies, and she dropped the bombshell at the end because here goes Angel. Oh, well, I have this scheduled. So Giselle was saying, oh, I have the 4 seasons. We're gonna stay there. We're gonna get up early, have brunch. She basically started her own schedule for the group. And here goes Angel jumping in. Oh, but I have this plan for everyone early in the morning, blah, blah, blah. And then here goes Giselle. And then after that, we can all go home. So I don't know when they plan on going home, but how are you going to be on a trip that's not your trip? I don't know when they plan on going home, but basically Giselle's shutting down like, look, tomorrow we all out of here. And let the ladies, then she'll like, well, when Angel tries to say something, well, let the ladies decide.
And that's where I think Angel has to put her foot down, and she's letting all of these opportunities of standing strong and standing 10 toes down, she's letting these opportunities pass her. So we're going to see how she's going to react in this moment of putting Giselle in her place. It's her trip. Whether you like it or not, we're going to continue on, and we're still going to make the most of this trip. We still got to look at the glasses half full, not half empty. So let's continue on and do what y'all came to do. And that's to fly fishing, whatever else we supposed to do. Let's just finish this trip off and make the best of it. And it's almost like Giselle's not giving what's the name? Angel a chance to redeem herself at all. Like, give me a chance to redeem myself. Let's move on with this trip, and I can continue to show y'all a good time. Fine, y'all in this waterless house. Now you out of the house. You went 4 seasons, but let's continue on. It's almost like Giselle is putting a roadblock for Angel to redeem herself. She's not allowing her to. So I just hope that Angel stands up. It look like they're gonna possibly go toe to toe, like how they put the pictures aside each other, because it's kind of like Angel versus Giselle. But is it really going to be a versus? Are we going to see this next week? Is Angel really going to give us something to talk about, or is it going to be Giselle bulldozing over everything and taking over her trip and putting them in the 4 seasons? And I tend to think that they are going to go into the 4 seasons based on Watch What Happens Live. It seems like they are going to luxuriate in the 4 seasons hotel, and that they're not going to continue with the fly fishing and the Wonderland festivities.
Well, they're not going to continue.
So I could be wrong. It seemed like they're not. I don't know if half of them, maybe Kiana and Tia, are going to do whatever when they probably not going to show that in the, on the show. It seemed like they're not going to continue with, because she said and Watch What Happens Live, Giselle was like, yeah, we didn't do fly fishing. We didn't do anything else. So to me, it came off like, did they continue on with the Wonderland activities the next day?
I think that was really effed up of Giselle. And if I was Angel, I would have been livid because, again, she planned this trip. She had everything, all the accommodations. Getting the room for the 4 seasons, that's fine. But you can't say, oh, I got a room plus I'm cutting this trip short. And if the ladies need to stay on business, forget what Giselle is saying. You'll be like, look, Giselle, I came on this trip. I already took time off of work. Whatever the situation is, I want to stay till the end. And I think Giselle's doing it because she knows Angel could redeem herself. Because based on what I'm seeing, the only thing that was wrong was the room and the water. They had nice dinner. She took them in this, that shopping spree place. She has other stuff coming. They saw her beautiful house. Giselle's a hater. She knows she'll be able to redeem herself at this point because she's taking them to actually nice places. And I think that's Giselle's. She wants everyone to leave with a bad image of Angel. Like, oh, I want everyone to leave thinking this was a disastrous trip, that I was the one that came and saved the day. So this is why I think she's like, okay, after I save the day, we all need to go. Because if they stay, they're not going to be complaining about the room anymore. Now everybody's going to be happy. They're in a nice hotel. The only thing I'm like, you know what? Giselle did get us out of that room. But Angel, other than that, we had a great time.
And I do think, like you said, yeah, I do think it's like partially what you said too, like about Giselle is basically seizing everything now because she is getting them put into a nice accommodations at the 4 seasons. So it's kind of like, it would be nice if it could be a collaborative effort to redeem Angel's trip. If Giselle did get the 4 seasons, let them luxuriate there and then still continue on with the Wonderland activities, because it would be like a collaborative effort. If you see me trip, fall or whatever, help me up, let me redeem myself, and then let's move on, because this could be a collective effort between all of us. We all are housewives on this show, and you helping me by putting the ladies in better accommodation where there's water and it's the 4 seasons, a 5-star hotel. So you're doing this, which will help Angel out while the ladies luxuriate, and then they continue on with the trip. But I think because it's Angel, Giselle don't even want to give her that. Like, it's almost like Giselle saying like, oh, if I got to do this, then I'm taking a whole trip. I'm taking all of this, effort for myself. I'm taking all of the accolades for myself because I'm redeeming the trip. I don't want you to be a part of this. It's going to be like, I redeemed it. I brought us back. I let us luxuriate. The end. I don't want you continuing on. It shuts down from you. And for the ladies to continue to allow Giselle to be the HBIC. This is why Giselle is doing what she's doing, because she's making herself the leader. She's making herself the queen bee, and the other ladies are following suit. There's no way I would ever follow behind nobody. You can be a leader of these ladies, but if I want to go fly fishing and continue on with some festivities in Colorado, I'm leaving the queen bee who's appointed herself the queen bee. I would leave that group, and I'm still gonna go on about. I'm the what do you call it? I march to the beat of my own drummer. There's no way I would ever allow somebody who appoints themselves the leader to lead me. I would have continued on with Angel, Tia, and Kiana.
I agree. And you got me a nice hotel. Why the hell I'm trying to leave early? If I'm staying in a nice hotel now, because they weren't trying to leave when they had no water, I want to stay and enjoy that hotel. Why would I now cut my trip less? Because you don't want to be on Angel or whatever reason, but I'm staying at a nice hotel. No, boo-boo. You go by yourself. Let me stay a 3 more days in this nice hotel you got for me. And that would be it. I'll be like, no, just I'm staying. So hopefully these women have backbones.
And I would have told her afterwards, because I would have wanted to luxuriate in 4 seasons. Let's all get together. Let's all like have a little powwow. Let's all, whatever we're going to do, go to spa, whatever. I would luxuriate with them at the 4 Seasons Hotel. And then when it's time to leave and everybody packing up, I'll be like, no, I'm staying behind, because I'm not going to go out like that. I'm still going to give Kiana, I'm going to give Angel her time to redeem herself. And I would feel bad. Like, I still would give Giselle her time, luxuriate with them, and I would still give Angel her time. I would have absolutely did both groups without having any beef with anybody.
Yeah, I agree.
And no
That's how
one's
I would
gonna
have
lead
handled
me.
this.
And no one's gonna lead me. Not Angel, not Giselle, no one. I'm gonna march to the beat of my own drummer, and I'm gonna do what I want to do. I'm like a little social butterfly. I would have did it all. I would have been in the middle, and I would have did this. I would have did that. I would have did it with all of the ladies.
I agree. So let's see what they decide. If they're gonna follow Giselle, which most likely Ashley will. Will the rest of them, would it be divided where some leave and some stay? I don't know what's gonna happen, but I hope majority of them decide to stay and not follow Giselle. And who knows, maybe Giselle changed her mind and stays too. I don't know.
I doubt it. Not the way she was talking on Andy's show. It
No,
sound
no.
like it sound like they not. I know they said they didn't do no fly fishing. It sounded like they did not continue on with any of that. Well, Giselle didn't. It didn't sound like Giselle went to those activities. Maybe the other ladies did. Does not sound like Giselle continued.
Her not continue, I wouldn't give a damn if I was Angel, but for the whole group to do that, that's messed up. That would be messed up if they all was like, well, we out, and she had like 2 days plan of stuff.
And it shows how much power Giselle has if they did not go with Angel and follow along with what she had planned. Like, it shows how much power Giselle has on that show and the power she has over these ladies and why Giselle is who Giselle is.
Yes, we didn't see. Oh, let's see who's able to follow and who's able to lead. All right, so that was it for this episode. Nothing else. Anything else you want to add? I think that was it. That was the ending of that episode. It was kind of like a cliffhanger.
No.
They staying on it now.
They did show, didn't they show a preview of what's to come for the rest of the season? Or am I getting that mixed up with
I saw Married to Medicine. I haven't seen any mid-season preview trailers.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'm probably getting confused. Okay, yeah, you're right. I think it is Married to Medicine. I'm getting confused with.
All right, so tune in because soon we're going to do quick tea and talk about more topics, not only about Potomac. We're going to talk a little bit about Married to Medicine, Traders, and Portia, and anything else that's happening in the reality world.
And we're doing it right after this, so stay on this channel and just click the link in our channel. It'll bring you to our next quick tea.
Yes, don't forget to like and comment, and if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so and share our video.
Yes. Toodles. See you in a minute.